Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Bonzi, and good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 11 of our daily practice. And Bonzi, could you please start us off with the five remembrances?
All right, so I'm gonna sound the bell and then I'll recite the five remembrances. I am subject to aging. There is no way to avoid aging. I am subject to ill health. There is no way to avoid illness. I am going to die. There is no way to avoid death. Everyone and everything that I love will change. There is no way to escape being separated from them. My only true possessions are my actions. I cannot escape their consequences. Okay, Alan?
Thank you. So, as I mentioned before, today is day 11. And so today we'll talk about loving kindness. And so this is you probably heard of this term, as a Buddhist, it's very popular. So I'll talk a little more about it and how we can apply it towards our daily practice starting today. So our scripture is dwelling in loving kindness, delighting in the Buddhist teaching, gets their bliss when conditions cease. So what is loving kindness? It's more than just being nice. That's sometimes what people think. Well, I'll just be nice to people. It's a little bit more than that. So it's Metta in Pali or Maitri in Sanskrit, and it's a very core component of Buddhism because what it's doing is we are trying to essentially break down the concept of self by showing we want genuine happiness for others, and then we pair this with compassion in Buddhism so they're free from suffering. So it's almost like a two-part component. It's just not let's say just being nice. You are one, you even a person who was rude to you today, you want them genuinely to be happy, and you also pair that with compassion. You want them to be free from suffering, because as we kind of learn in Buddhism that everyone's under delusion. There's different types of suffering that they're actually encountering right now, and unsatisfactoriness, and they just can't see it. And so that's what Buddhist practice is to help us kind of break down these walls and these um, wrong concepts that are inside our life. So when we do that, we can kind of stop these three fires or three poisons that are all around us, and we're able to get rid of dukkha. It's eventually with the eightfold path and everything else that goes with it. So it's really a two-part concept. We're doing loving kindness, metta, and we're also pairing that with compassion. And this is actually rooted in the scriptures. So there is the Metta Sutta, and so this is where the Buddha explains all this. And there's three basic components. There is a day-to-day component of the practice. There's a meditation component, and there's also kind of like a body and mind, which kind of combines those other two. And so you're kind of doing it sounds like a very simple practice, and it is to one component, but it's a very deep. There's a lot to it when we really think about loving kindness. So, when you're doing it and you're like, well, I want everybody to be, happy. Like, don't forget about yourself also. You're also a sentient being. So you want to make sure that, you have the loving kindness for yourself and, also others. Uh, in our practice, of course, we're still continuing like our 5 remembrances. We're still doing meditation, but this will be a good one for everyone to kind of, incorporate, especially now and, throughout your life. And you kind of see down into practice there, we have a new practice. So there's many different, if you will, call it prayers or however you want to say, recitations of the Metta Sutta as far as what you can actually say. This is just one where it says, may all beings be free. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. And may all beings be free. So when we're saying beings, we're talking about sentient beings. It's just not human beings. It's, animals, insects. I mean, even beings we don't even know about. It's all sentient beings is what we're actually, giving this loving kindness out to. We also have inside the download for the daily planner, there's also like a hand washing, uh, like little poster you can have. And that's like a very condensed version of the loving kindness sutta as well too. And Bhante just put it up there. So you can just see it's nice and short, may all beings be safe, may all beings be healthy, may all beings be peaceful, and may all beings be happy. And you can kind of do this, 3 times, very slowly. It'll get you that 20 seconds that they recommend for washing your hands. But this is perfect, for any time during the day, or any type of situation that you might encounter. You can just, recite this prayer essentially. And the intention is you don't want to do it out of a place of, selflessness, or selfishness or greed or anger. You want them genuinely to be happy. You're not trying to do it to make yourself better. You're trying to make it because you genuinely care. And this will take practice. There's going to be times where, I was really trying to do it to make myself feel better. But, as you begin with your practice, loving kindness becomes more ingrained. It becomes more natural, for lack of a better term. And you're able to kind of genuinely wish this out to other people. So once again, remember, Buddhist practice, all of what we're doing, it's repetition because that's practice. But you're going to have ups and you're going to have downs, in your practice, and you're going to have learning moments and events. So don't be upset with yourself if maybe you did not recite a prayer like this, or you thought about loving kindness. That's what being a human being, a sentient being, is all about. And Bhante, could you add some more to this as well too?
Yes, thank you, Alan. So there's a Dhammapada verse and a sutta where the Buddha, really offers us a window into getting into loving kindness and compassion. So loving kindness is not, like Alan said, just being nice. And compassion is not suffering with someone else either. The Buddha says, as they are, so am I. As I am, so are they. Or as I am, so are they. As they are, so am I. So really, to even enter into metta, loving kindness, we have to be able to take the perspective of the other. We have to recognize, I don't want to be hurt. I don't want things to be taken from me. In a similar way, other beings, they're alive like me. They don't also want to be hurt. They don't also want to die or have things taken from them. And in the same way that I want to be safe, healthy, peaceful, and happy, other beings must also want to be safe, healthy, peaceful, and happy. So this is actually the basis of loving kindness and compassion, metta and karuna. Sometimes we can be tempted into thinking that it's based on sentimentality, right? On emotions. So we have to be very careful because this is not, I don't think this is news to anyone, but many people in the clinical fields experience compassion fatigue. So this is because they become completely absorbed in the other person's emotions. They can't separate uh, the emotion from the other from themselves. So here we're not trying to feel what the other person feels. We're trying to understand what the other person is going through. That's the important thing, recognizing that they're like us, not taking the suffering of the other person or suffering with them, right? Because the whole point of Buddhism is to alleviate suffering, not to multiply it. So there's a delicate balance between being able to understand the suffering of the other person without being consumed by it, right? It's very a delicate balance. And this balance is accomplished through wisdom. It's only with wisdom that we can be able to hold the suffering of all the beings without being completely distraught or afflicted by it. And this wisdom comes from understanding that the five remembrances, the impermanence of everything, that everyone is subject to their own karma. So if we can hold the five remembrances at the same time that we're holding this um, will for all, goodwill for all beings to be happy, comfortable, and peaceful, then we can avoid this trap of falling into despair, falling into great suffering and affliction and turmoil, and taking others' pains and falling into compassion fatigue. So you have to kind of work these two together, right? Being able to understand sadness. I know sadness. I've been sad like them. I know pain, just like they're going through pain. But you know what? It's not my pain, but I understand it. And I wish for them to be well. And I wish for them to overcome their pain and their sadness. So that's what it's really about. I just want to kind of really explain that because uh, there's kind of a danger in it, in this practice, like all practices, right? Even breathing meditation, we can become very detached and numb. So we always have to kind of balance these two wings of compassion and wisdom in everything that we do. It's very important that we do this. So now I think we should just get into the practice of this loving kindness meditation. So in the beginning, like Alan was saying, we use these kind of like prayer or recitations to kind of help us get us in the mood, right? Uh, but the point of it is to be in that state of mind, right? So we're using these words to try to get us into a different way of being, a different way of thinking, a different way of feeling. So don't get stuck too much on the words, but use them as a platform to launch yourself into having a broader mind, an open, more open mind that's able to hold everyone and all beings inside of it. So that just remember that this is like a tool to get us into a different state of mind. It's not just like hopefully everyone is safe, like making a wish. No, it's really a self-transformative practice to make us more altruistic. The point of metta meditation is not to change the world because we can't, remember? Everyone's subject to their own karma. But it's in order to help us change our own mind, to make us more compassionate, to make us more loving, to make us more altruistic. That's the whole point. It's a self transformative practice. Then, with this practice, once we develop this altruistic state, we will be the embodiment of loving kindness and compassion that will make the changes in the world because we'll be acting in a non-confrontational way, non-violent way, non-selfish way, and that will make a change in the people around us, and the people around us will notice that change, and they'll make a change to the people around them, and it kind of spreads that way. So I also kind of wanted to make this clear. We're not trying to do some sort of um, like a spell or something, right? We're going to change the world by ourselves by just praying or wishing for things to change. The Dalai Lama himself says he's very suspicious. He doesn't know if praying is going to change the world, although he does it. It's really about changing ourselves, changing our own karma, so we can act more skillfully in the world. Okay. So just like all other meditations, you can get in a comfortable position and make sure that your back is straight. And I invite you to close your eyes a little bit It's a little bit easier because it does kind of involve some imagery or imagination. If not, just try to look away from the screen. So I'm going to hit the bell and I'm going to guide you through this meditation of loving kindness. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. May I be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. May I be happy. May all beings throughout the entire universe, whether large or small, human or non-human, known or unknown, be safe, healthy, peaceful, and happy. Now that your mind is calm, body is relaxed, you can bless yourself with your calm mind. By the power of this harmonious action, may I be free from immature company, and may I always have good companions until I realize nirvana. Okay, Alan, is there anything else?
Yeah, just like Bante said, this is not like a spell or something like that. It's truly powerful and truly transformative, what we're doing with the loving kindness or metta. It's as you just kind of heard, it was that wonderful guided meditation we just went through. You're trying to essentially help put out those three fires or three poisons, and you remember two of them are like our greed and anger, and so it's really just attachment to self is what causes all this. And so loving kindness is a very powerful, very transformative practice that we have in Buddhism. And it may take some time, but continue doing it. It's very important component, just coupled with compassion as well too, which are core to Buddhism. So I would like to wish everybody else out there loving kindness as well too. So continue with this practice. I think you're going to find it very important to your daily practice, just not during this 14 days, but continuing on as well.
Thank you for that, Alan. So may you be well, may you be happy, may you be comfortable, may you be peaceful. Bye-bye.